My family, it is wise for Harry and Meghan not to raise the kids inside the institution or the monarchy. Their children will grow up happy, joyful, in peace, love, happiness. My family. In the UK, they would have been unhappy. Already, the tabloids were being racist towards Archie. Already, the tabloids have been racist towards Harry and Meghan's daughter, Lilibet. And my family, also, it's important that Harry and Meghan continue to raise the kids in California away from the institution, because in the institution, you have kids being raised to have no empathy. And no wonder we see what William has done to Harry. He has tried to break his brother's marriage, to destroy his brother's happiness, just because he did not marry the woman he loved. He tried to break Harry and Meghan's marriage. He tried to pit Harry against Meghan. My family, I'm happy he failed in his evil plot to break apart Harry and Meghan's marriage. However, he continues to try to break Harry and Meghan's marriage. My family. And my family, the person who William is today is the person who has been raised by the institution. My family, Diana said this years ago. They will take care and raise the heir, Prince William. I'll take care of the spare, Harry. And Diana said that I give Harry much more love to compensate for any unfair treatment inside the institution. Meaning that even when Harry was just a child, already Diana could see Harry was being treated unfairly. And my family, here is what happened decades ago. A U.S. diplomat, my family, had some words to say about the royal family. And I want to read what was reported back then. That was said by a former U.S. ambassador to the UK called Admiral William Crowe. At the time, it was reported by Jen Kerr, my family, someone who is right now even being questioned in court for phone hacking claims, and has thrown Piers Morgan under the bus by saying that Piers Morgan injected information into Prince Harry's stories, and she did not know where he got that information from, where Piers Morgan got his information from. Jen Kerr said. Now, Jen Kerr wrote an article on my family years ago, decades ago, my family, and here is what she said. U.S. diplomats' royal attack. The U.S. ambassador to Britain launched a scathing attack on the royal family after Princess Diana's death. It emerged yesterday. Admiral William Crowe, who had just given up the post in 1997, described the royals as, and I quote, aloof and lacking in emotion. And my family, he predicted the man who Prince William will grow up to be. And my family, back then, he could see it. This person is not going to grow up to be a good person. My family. And he even expressed concern for Prince William. who was then 15 years old, my family. And here is what he said. Clearly, he could see the type of people in the royal family who he has said, my family, are aloof and lacking in emotion. Clearly, that has rubbed off on Prince William. My family, just hear what he said. He said, and I quote, "It is by no means certain that his formation will make him a beacon of empathy and openness." He expressed concern for Prince William, then 15 years old, saying it is by no means certain that his formation will make him a beacon of empathy and openness because of how he was being raised. Being raised by the institution to be the cold person he is today. My family, to be the abusive person that clearly Prince William is today. The person we clearly see Prince William is today. Someone very abusive, someone who can't control his temper. The tabloids describe William constantly being incandescent with rage. Prince Harry, in his memoir, when speaking of how William tried to turn Harry against Meghan, abuse Harry's wife, Meghan, calling her all these racist tropes, difficult, rude, abrasive, used against women of color. My family, when William saw that Harry would not turn on Meghan, Harry would not agree with him, in his abuse of Meghan, William proceeded to physically assault Harry. Harry describes William as being piping hot. My family, someone who can't control his temper. My family. And my family, clearly my family, is also someone who is devoid of any empathy or emotions, my family. How is it that a son who watched as his mother was chased to her death could end up working with the same tabloids that hounded his mother, that caused so much pain to his mother? How is it that that son could stand there and feed his own brother to the same tabloids that were partly responsible for the death of his mother? How is it that a son could call his own mother was chased to her death paranoid? My family, how is it that William could do what he has done to Harry and Meghan? How is it that he could authorize his own employee to issue a statement against Meghan in court, to assist a tabloid in court? Over helping your brother and your sister-in-law. My family, that is the person who Prince William is. My family. And my family, clearly, former U.S. ambassador to UK, Admiral William Crowe, could see what William would become. Someone who's aloof and lacking in emotion. I'm quoting his words, my family. And my family, he is right. He is right, my family. I'll even like to read you what Harry said in his memoir about Charles, my family, and also about Prince William. Clearly proving indeed they lack empathy completely, my family. Just kindly please hear this. Now, Harry said, and I quote, "That dinner with Doria was wonderful, But I look back on it now as the end or the beginning. The next day, the PAR photos appeared, and there was a new flood of stories, a new surge along the many channels of social media. Racism, misogyny, it all increased. Not knowing where else to turn, I phoned Pa. He said, "Don't read it, darling boy. It's not that simple." I said angrily, "I might lose this woman. She might either decide I'm not worth the bother, or the press might so poison the public that someone might do something bad, harm her in some way." It was already happening in slow motion. Death threats, her workplace on lockdown because someone reacting to what they dread had made a credible threat. She's isolated, I said, and afraid. She hasn't raised the blinds in her house for months. And you're telling me not to read it? He said I was overreacting. This is sadly just the way it is. I appealed to his self interest. Doing nothing was a terrible look for the monarchy. People out there have strong feelings about what's happening to Harper. They take it personally. You need to understand that Charles was unmoved. My family. And yet, you have UK media saying that Charles is a loving father to Harry. Charles loves his son. You know, my family, clearly, he does not. One bit. And truly, the royals are lacking in empathy whatsoever. They're lacking in empathy. And that is very, very clear. My family. And from a long time ago, my family, Charles refused to use his power and influence to even stop the abuse and hounding of Meghan, Harry's then girlfriend, Meghan. And Harry was so afraid of losing Meghan, and he called his father, trying to get some help from his father. My family, when I lost my father, I didn't know who to call. There was one moment whereby, I was trying to call someone who was comforting me over the passing of my father. And then that person did not answer at that moment. And my family, it caused me to have panic attacks, because I would call my father would answer my phone calls. And a father is someone, you put so much faith and trust in. He's someone you look for advice for. He's someone who, if you want something, if you want assistance, you call and ask, what do I do? What do I do? Similarly to how Harry is calling Charles, trying to get some help. Instead, Charles is someone who does not help. In Harry's own words, my family, Charles was unmoved. Charles was unmoved. And my family, there's also something else that, happened, my family. Also involved Prince William also. And Charles, this time, my family. Based on what, has been said by Prince Harry in his memoir, Spare, my family. I want to show you that the royal family, clearly, they lack in empathy. It's like they want others to be equally the same way, just as them, my family. That is what basically, they want. They want others to be equally, just as them. They wanted Harry to be equally someone who is unmoved. Doesn't care about, the person, he's dating. That's what they wanted from Harry, my family. Clearly, Harry is someone who is very much different from Charles and also from Prince William, my family. My family, now something had happened. Prince Harry had issued a statement to condemn racism against his then girlfriend Meghan, my family. And Charles and William were angry. And that is what I want to read you, my family. From Harry's memosphere, which said, and I quote my family, that just hours before that statement went out, Meg was on her way to see me. She drove to Toronto's Pearson International Airport, perhaps chasing her, and made her way carefully through the crowds of travelers, feeling jittery, exposed. The lounge was full. So an Air Canada representative took pity on her and hid her in a side room. Even brought her a plate of food. By the time she landed at Heathrow, my statement was everywhere and changing nothing. The onslaught continued. In fact, my statement generated a whole new onslaught from my family. Pa and Willie were furious. They gave me an earful. My statement made them look bad. They both said, "Why in hell?" Because they never put out a statement for their girlfriends or wives when they were being harassed. My family, here is what is happening. You are having Harry, who has empathy, compassion, who cares about his girlfriend. At the time, Meghan. He cares about Meghan. And he issued a statement to protect his then girlfriend, Meghan. And then you have two people who have no empathy, Charles and William, saying, "Hey, Harry, your statement makes us look bad." And caring, my family. So they would have much rather Harry let things go on as they were going on. Meghan to keep on being harassed. My family. When Harry called Charles for assistance, Charles would not help Harry. He was unmoved by the threats Meghan was receiving because of the rhetoric, hateful rhetoric from the tabloids about Meghan. You know? And then, when Prince Harry does something himself, they have a problem with Harry doing something. You know? When Harry shows empathy, compassion, care, they have a problem with that. My family, you tell me, is there a place whereby you raise your children around Prince William, Kate Middleton, Charles, Camilla, and even Prince William's children, my family? Because if Archie Lilibet were being raised in the UK, my family, guess who would be the scapegoats for the farm? I recall one carnival of so-called expert who said that when Archie becomes, of age, they're going to have so much fun. The tabloids are going to have so much fun. My family. And do you know what fun means to tabloids? It means attacks, bullying, abuse, scapegoating. The biracial kids of Harry and Meghan. My family. That is what would have happened if Harry and Meghan had stayed in the UK. Their kids, if they had grown up in the UK, my family, they would not have been treated well, with respect and dignity, and that is a fact. And that's why, my family, I'm like so upset whenever I see someone being like, oh look, Archie and Lilibet aren't gonna get a chance to grow up with their cousins, George, Louis, Charlotte. My family, if they're grown up there, they would have been scapegoats for George, Louis, and Charlotte. And that is a fact. William himself would have done everything, my family, to ensure that Harry and Meghan's kids were the ones targeted by tabloids. William would have done that himself with how he treated Meghan. Even when Meghan was pregnant, my family, no one even said anything to condemn abuse towards Meghan. My family, clearly, senior members of the royal family, of the farm, Charles William, they lack empathy. Camilla Kimilton, they lack empathy. And my family, I'm thankful that Archie, Lilibet, Diana want to grow up there. And my family, and that is the right thing for them not to grow up there in a place whereby they'll be abused, targeted, and insulted. Let them thrive in the U.S., being happy, living their lives, my family, in the U.S. My family. The good thing is the tabloids won't have, anything, over them. They can't say that they know them, they know Archie, they know Lilibet, Diana. They won't be able to say that, my family, because Archie, Lilibet will be growing up in California with their parents, Harry and Meghan. My family. And my family, I'm happy about that for Archie and Lilibet, Diana, my family. So my family. Also, here is what Harry said. So this visit by Meghan was not like previous ones. It was the complete opposite. Instead of walking around Frogmore Gardens or sitting in my kitchen talking dreamily about the future or just getting to know each other, we were stressed out, meeting lawyers, searching for ways to combat this madness. As a rule, Meg was not looking at the internet. She wanted to protect her brain, herself, and keep that poison out of her brain. Smart, but not sustainable if we were going to wage a battle for her reputation and physical safety. I needed to know exactly what was fact, what was false. And that meant asking her every few hours about something else that had appeared online. Is this true? Is that true? Is there a grain of truth in this? She'd often begin to cry. Why would they say that has? I don't understand. Can they just make stuff up? Yes, they can, and yes, they do. My family. And William and Charles never did anything to stop this abuse of Meghan. My family. Instead, my family, they were part of that abuse of Meghan. That is what they did. And my family is disgusting what they put Meghan through. And somehow the tabloids are wondering why Harry is suing them. They're calling it revenge. My family, it's not revenge. It's accountability, my family. But my family, also, whenever they say revenge, clearly they are admitting that indeed they have wronged Prince Harry. That's what they are admitting. That they have wronged Harry. And by admitting they have wronged Harry, then guess what? Harry deserves to get accountability, and Harry is going to court to get justice. That is what he's doing. And my family, we hope he gets justice for all the wrongs, the evils that have been done against him and Meghan, my family, by the racist UK tabloid media. You know, my family, even the press, about William lacking empathy. You are having carnival of so-called expert Robert Jobson say this about William. William is a shouter. That after 11 years of marriage, my family, now 12, to Kay Milton, heated scenes do occur from time to time, especially since William is said to not be quite as level-headed as he appears in public. Jobson elaborates, he can be a bit of a screamer when he loses his nerves. It can be said that the Duke and Duchess dish out as much to each other as they take when the disagreements lead to vociferous arguments. My family. My family also kindly hear this about Prince William. Those close to William say that he can be offhand, volatile, defying his calm family guy demeanor. He shows or presents to the public. It is this chameleon-like characteristic of William that makes his father, Charles, tread carefully when dealing with his son and heir. My family. William demands deference from those royally ranked below him. But in truth, when looking upwards, he rarely even gives it. My family, and that is who Prince William is. Someone raised by the institution to have no empathy. Deep inside of him, he has no empathy, no compassion. Raised as a member of the farm, raised in the farm, my family. So my family, you are having some carnival of so-called experts saying that Lilibet and Archie will miss something in the royal family. What will they miss, my family? What will they miss? Because when they were in the UK, the tabloids could not hide the racism towards their mother, Meghan. Nor could they hide the racism towards Archie. In episode 1 of the Harry and Meghan documentary, Harry says hate was being stirred up against his wife Meghan and also against his son Archie. For those who have been brainwashed into hating Meghan, why is it that also Archie is being targeted? What did Archie, who could not even talk at the time, what did he do to deserve the hate campaign or the bullying of his mother when Meghan was pregnant with Archie? So my family, these people don't care about Archie or Lilibet. They don't. The ones who do care about their kids are Harry and Meghan. Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Meghan, who carried her children for 9 months. That's who cares about her kids. My family. And my family, from what clearly you are seeing and learning about the royal family, clearly, the best place to be is far away from people like William, from people like Charles, my family. Listen, I know that that's Harry's father and brother, but those people in my family don't care one bit about Harry. They don't care about Harry one bit. They only want to use Harry. That's the only thing that they want to do. Use Harry for their own, gains, my family. That is what they want. Charles even got Harry to attend his coronation, my family. Just because the optics will look bad for Charles. And we saw what Charles has done. He has kicked out Harry, Meghan, and Lilibet from Promo Cottage because William wants a fifth home. My family. So my family, clearly, the best place for Archie Lilibet is to be away from people who lack empathy, like Prince William, raised by the institution, my family, by the farm, Perhaps that's why he and Charles understand each other. They both lack empathy, while Harry, on the other hand, is someone who's more like his mother, who Charles hated so much, who Charles cheated on so much. My family. As you all know, Charles had an affair with Camilla Parker Bowles. So my family, the US ambassador to Britain at the time, could see what William would become. His name is Admiral William Crowe. My family. Who said this about the royal family, about the royals? He said, and I quote, "They are aloof and lacking in emotion, and they express concern for Prince William." Then 15 saying that it is by no means certain that his formation will make him a beacon of empathy and openness. It is by no means certain that his formation will make him a beacon of empathy and openness. I have to repeat his words, my family. It is by no means certain that his formation will make him a beacon of empathy and openness. My family, now we know the person William is my family. Someone who would sell out his own brother for 30 pieces of silver. Someone who tell Harry in school, just look, we don't know each other. Someone who my family had different best men for his wedding, while Harry in his wedding had William for his best man. My family. That's William is my family. Not a good person, not a good man. So my family in the farm, Archie and Lilibet are best off far away from those kinds of people in my family. From William, Charles, Kate, Camilla, and even Kate and William's kids, my family. Because it's Archie, Lilibet, Anna who would have been used as scapegoats to protect William's kids, my family. So my family, I'm grateful that Harry and Meghan took their kids away from the royal family, away from the UK. There was not a place whereby they live in peace, joy, and happiness. My family. However, in California, Harry and Meghan will live in peace, joy, and happiness, my family. They've had their challenges, my family. They've lost a child because the tabloid media. But my family, at least Harry and Meghan can wake up at their home, at their amazing home in California, and smile. That would never have happened in the UK, where they were surrounded by racist UK tabloids, my family. My family, please stay tuned on this video, my family. Love you always and forever. God bless Harry, Meghan, Archie, Lipetana, and Dodia, Raglan, and all of you members of the squad at home. Hate never wins. Love with my family. And the Admiral, William Crowe, was right about William. He has grown up to be someone who lacks empathy. My family. And also lacking in emotion. Clearly, that is William. My family, I'm happy Harry truly is Diana's son. A good man with a good heart. And hate never wins. Love wins. And Harry and Meghan have chosen love, my family. Always choose goodness over evil. Choose love over hate. Choose good over bad. Always and forever. And Harry and Meghan have chosen good and love. And my family, because of that, my family, their kids will thrive and also be happy. And they'll know they're loved. My family. Stay tuned on this video. Love you always and forever. Hate never wins. Love wins. And stay tuned to our next video, my family. Love you always and forever. Now, my family, tell me what you think about what Admiral William Crowe said about William decades ago. My family. I like to kindly please hear your opinion on that, my family. Stay tuned on this video. Love you always and forever. He was right about Prince William. Stay tuned on this video. God bless you all. Love you always and forever. Hello, members of Zesko Family TV. First of all, I want to say thank you for all your support that you give us to our channel. We don't take it for granted that you support this channel. I want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for lending out your support and fighting against injustices, supporting Prince Harry and Meghan, showing them love. Love will always triumph over evil, and for that I say thank you. Good will always prevail over bad. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much for joining this community, this amazing community of Zetko Family TV. I love you so much, family, from the bottom of my heart, and I wish you all the best. May you have a great day, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and learned a lot of things. With that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. Leave a comment below, like, and subscribe. Love you, family, always and forever. Sayonara.